If a person comes to Upendo for the first time, you can see he looks really miserable.
This nurse asked me what I did in the United States, and I said, oh, I work on quality improvement, quality care. And she said, quality to me is making sure nobody dies while I'm here.
When we started, we were burying, almost every week. We had a funeral, 1 or 2 or 3 in a week.
I've been to many different countries in some of the poorest areas, but I've never seen poverty like this.
If you go over there and actually see it, it sticks with you. You have images and memories burned in your head, and it's a driving force. These people need help.
People were dying in isolation. They were dying out of stigma, where nobody wanted really to associate with them.
When you see people, especially children, that are raising the family because their mothers and fathers have died, and they're raising their siblings, and they're living in mud and dung huts, and Upendo Village is the only hope.
The love of God is so unconditional that it doesn't matter what we have, what we are suffering from, what we are dying from. We are God's children, period.
Seeing us that we are able to live with them, the condition they are, and try to help them, to give them service, then they are able to accept us and we to accept them. And then we are able to grow up together and we become a community.
Through the existence of Upendo Village, we have been able to help people regain their lost hope. We have been able to help people focus on life in a different way and realize getting infected with the virus is not the end of the road. You can still live and live positively. We have been able to help parents prolong their lives so that they can be around to see their own children grow. I believe there would be much more orphans than we have today if we were not there. Because those parents whom we supported from being bedridden to people now on their feet, earning a living for their own family, taking care of their own children, would be long dead.
If you ever want to make a difference in somebody's life, this is where you would want to put some resources. And it's the spectrum of services. It's not only the clinical, it's the spiritual, it's also the life-sustaining, where women can learn micro-enterprise. They can be in support groups. They can really make a difference individually and together.
We are also empowering those families to generate income to support their own children so that they can sustain them in school. And that also gives the children a future, a stake in the society. We are breaking the cycle of infection around poverty and around the disease.
When we help somebody, we expect them immediately to engage in their own care. We go into the home-based care, teach the whole family, and engage them in helping themselves and taking accountability for their wellness, but also to become self-sustaining through micro-business. We have chickens and rabbits and goats, a bakery, micro-business to help them get on their feet. There's also a craft program that is wonderful. They come together as a community, they work on beads or putting beads on shawls, or now they're doing flip-flops. Most of them are marketed in the United States. And the money goes back, and after the expenses are taken care of, that goes to the crafters. So as I sat with the crafter, I said, what does this mean to you? I love being with these people. We get fed while we're here, we carry food home, but I have money to feed my children and now to get them in school.
The project has, just grown like a bushfire. I didn't think by this time it will be the way it has gone. But, people seem to appreciate what we are doing, and they keep on coming. And so the needs keep on growing. The project seems to be directing its own way.
The kitchen is something that they desperately need because they cook everything outside. It's wonderful food, but it is, you're subject to the weather outside.
There's simply just a fire with some rocks around it, and you have these steel, vessels that they're cooking the food in. There's no preparation table. There's nothing going on like that. Utensils, few and far between. So there is no structure on it. There's no place to store the dishes. There's no pantry. There's nothing like that. So it's just literally, here we have an open fire.
This is not a way to feed hundreds of people. And every day a lot of meals are served, and sometimes huge numbers.
At the moment, our staff are sharing rooms, and this compromises issues of confidentiality when it comes to counseling clients. And we need to treat clients with the respect they deserve.
It's not like they're coming in and saying I have an ingrown toenail. They are talking about rape. They're talking about just having been diagnosed with AIDS. They're talking about, my child has AIDS and TB, what can I do for this child? I want her to go to school.
They have some staff that are just amazing. They would be amazing social workers here in the United States. They are so caring. They will find a way to work on issues for people, and not to have a location right now. They desperately need a social service center.
At the moment, we are so crowded, and we are calling upon well-wishers to assist us build these very, very highly needed buildings so that we can decongest some of these other facilities and also provide the care that our clients need with the respect they deserve.
Why Upendo Village? Well, I could state that 97% of the funds received go directly to helping the people, and that's directly helping save lives.
There's a big accountability from the top all the way to the bottom. It's comprehensive. The people that receive money, for instance, if they are sponsoring a child, they have to account every month for what they've done with that money to receive the next month's allotment. So all the way up and down, it's a good accounting. And 97% of any monies that we collect go directly there.
I've seen with my eyes. I've seen transformation of women. I've heard their stories. I've seen the environment, the abject poverty that these women live in, and that they're able to rise above it, the support that they need. It's changed their lives, and forever will change their lives and that of their children.
Upendo means love, and it was that unconditional love of God that I wanted really to pass to those who are sick, to children who are orphaned, who are suffering.
Nowhere else do you see somebody working with the poorest of the poor. Sister Teresa, Sister Florence.
It doesn't matter what we are dying from. We all need to be loved. We all need somebody around us.
The village is a global village of love. It's all of us. When anyone hurts in the world, I hurt because we are brothers and sisters.
The most fulfilling thing about the ministry is the fact that I've been able to see people live more fuller lives. I've seen people live longer and more healthier as opposed to what I was seeing before. And to me, it's like giving people another lease of life. It is a story you don't want to miss. It is a story you want to hear. It is a place you want to visit. It is a place you want to get involved. It is a place where real witness is taking place.